Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining the webinar today. I'm your host, Mark Hale. I'm the founder and president of Facepay. I know some of our existing customers on the line. Thank you for your trust in being our customer. Nobody that's heard about us through ATI and just sharing and learning new things that we have to offer. We had such great feedback at the Superconference about subscriptions and in the way we layered it on top of our Express platform. I just want to take this time to share it with everyone, right? If you couldn't attend there or go to Superconference, you have the ability to see it because I feel, well thought out and just sharing concepts that we came across as we look through subscriptions from talking to member shops like you all, as well as the coaches, and then their own research and experience. I want to do is just run through subscriptions a day, and I'm going to go ahead and share the same slides that I used at the Superconference, so you can just see it there verbatim and everything we learned. So feel free to raise your hand with questions. Then I'm going to go ahead and just get started. Again, this is at a Diamond Partner Roundtable at the Superconference. And what we covered in that session is just phenomenal, right? Well attended. And what we went through there is talking about what is a subscription. It means different things to different people, and we went through that. How you offer it, present it to customers in a way that they trust you to sign up and they understand simply what they'll be getting in this plan. And the final, we learn we interact with service advisors all the time. We have an advisory group, just that they're an integral part of this process, and how they share the plans you have with customers and how you incentivize them for growth. I'd love to walk through that. Thank you. First thing is I really love working at the ATI coaches. I know you love your coaches, and just great team. And Eric Twigg said it best. It's like selling snake oil, right? Subscriptions sounds like the perfect thing every shop needs, right? Revenue, loyalty, retention, engagement, right? Be more profitable, lower customer acquisition. It sounds like it's everything. Just imagine. And I get so stoked when I see that. But anybody that knows me, I'm just practical, right? I go back to is, okay, it can do everything, but how do I get from here to there? So I appreciate Eric being a front man. Great to work with. And obviously excitement is just, if we focus on is subscriptions, as if you articulate correctly, a customer earn their trust as you get the reoccurring revenue. Some baseline revenue in your shops, you get to see the customer. What I truly believe from working at owners is get to see them, but you get to service their vehicle so you keep it running longer. That's what you really want. When I interviewed the room at the presentation, the place I started is really subscriptions means different things to different people. Right? You all came up with some notion about, oh, I want subscriptions, but it may mean something. I want people for service. I want them to make sure they're signing up for a plan. I want to offer them a warranty. We have monthly subscriptions. It's all these different topics. What I did first of all is I waded into this and came up with a clear definition and way we present subscriptions and types of plan. And we'll get to a tiered plan. Before we did that, I thought it'd be interesting because first of all we need to make sure that the customers of your shop are genuinely interested in a subscription with you. We had some data to support that. But first let's talk about why your customers use subscriptions. So let's start with you, everybody on the call today. Just spend a minute thinking on your own mobile phone. What subscriptions do you use in day-to-day life? I've offered some here on the left-hand side to look at, and there's more. And just think about, what do you use, but why do you use them? Just spend a minute thinking about why, right? What does it give you? We led an interactive session on that. Is what subscriptions you use is If I just take Netflix as an example, is we all started Netflix looking at some content, right? It was good. I wanted to see the movies they were streaming. Then they made it convenient for me, not just by watching it, but the way I sign up and the places that's available. So if you need to start with good content, your analogy is good service. And the second is with subscriptions, the top subscriptions we use, they figured out how to make it convenient for us to sign up and get access to that content, get access to your service. And that's an important principle, right? Is they just want service with you, they want convenience of getting that subscription fulfilled. And we're going to come back to that as a common theme. So further, we looked at why customers are signing up, and then just here a footnote about Facepay that y'all know is we disrupted the credit card processing industry by converting transaction fees to subscriptions ourselves in a fixed price monthly subscription. We'll make it easy for you to use, and then the value and benefits from it. So Matthew, who helped set up this call, just superstar, and I know existing customer work with Matthew. I couldn't have enough good to say. Actually went out and surveyed end customers, right? So a couple of thousand. We went through and we found out generally there's a high interest in subscriptions with your shop. That first of all, they can get the service fulfilled, but they believe they'll get some upside. They'll be well taken care of. Right? Later we call that total customer care. But 4 and 5 customers of yours are interested in subscriptions if we present them to them. That's interesting to know and an important starting point. You just, we don't want to just say they want it. It's so easy. The question is, do they really? And we went out and surveyed and found out the answer is yes. Right? And that's just fantastic. So the question now is, we understand subscriptions offer content that's convenient, customers want it. We talked about some of the offers. We go exactly what are you going to offer them? What kinds of plans are available? And here's where we have to leave our past behind is, for those of us that are older, we're so familiar with extended warranties, right? And warranty plans. And what happened is we would buy them, but invariably customers would get caught in the fine print. Something's not covered. It had to be one of the most expensive things. So even though you bought a warranty plan that extended the lifetime of your vehicle, all of a sudden you got caught and still paying money on top of that. And that left a bad taste for years. Very unusual to see it. We saw Car Shield out there that's available, but we see now, when we talk about subscriptions that we're offering today, right? In today's lecture, and what ATI is talking about and the members are, is what we look at is not warranty, but convenience. We would like to see your vehicle on a repeat basis. So I can offer, in this case, a deluxe car service and an oil change 3 times a year. You sign up for a flat rate, $30 a month. You can easily schedule and bring in your car. It makes a convenience. We can forget about the day-to-day maintenance required on our vehicles, right? That's pretty powerful to say and do. And the question is, can we start to build out a convenience plan? And that's the first thing I'm going to offer. And we're going to go study different plans and come up with one together, right? So the first shift is from warranty to convenience is what we're looking for as we offer subscriptions. When I get convenience, there's types of plans, right? I admire, this is from Green Drop Garage on the left-hand side, a membership plan. What I admire about this site is they made it so simple, you can read it, right? Keep it going for $15 a month. So clear. The services offered, and then I can pick and sign up. Very clear. The issue we have with that when we look at a membership is membership still has an old connotation of being locked in, right? We like flexibility, right? Even though I signed up for Netflix, I know I have other options like Disney and HBO that I don't feel locked in, right? And that's what a membership does. So what we do is lighten it up into a tiered plan. And the reason why I brought up this garage, I let them off, is what's interesting is the tiers themselves are in the fine print, right? And you read down, it's platinum, gold, and silver. That's the stuff that customers want to see at the forefront, right? I get it, it's a subscription, and there's some preconceived notion of what that means. Let me just see the tiers right up front, because I don't want to fine print, I want to clear what I get in my plan, right? So I'd love to know 3 oil changes, right? And what the cost is, right? Let's be upfront about it. So tiered is the way we're gravitating towards, but with the simplicity is shown by green drop. So let's go ahead and study several sites for a way to represent, if you would, move into a tiered convenience subscription plan. For everybody online, you can take your phone, you can go ahead and hold it up, and you can scan and follow on if you'd like. We published all the results, right? First of all, we'll publish an article about Mike's Auto Repair. What's interesting, a couple of things we can learn and gather as we put together what we think you should offer is, first of all, on the left-hand side is they really articulated 3 tiers: standard, deluxe, and ultra, right? A lot of people think gold, silver, bronze. It's an alternate, but it's easy to understand there's a graduated scale where you have choice. And then underneath, it's a limited number of bullet points. But you can understand there's oil changes included in the frequency of it. So it's a simple way to represent tiers. And then I'm going to refer to the case study because it lets you show that someone's done the math behind subscriptions. And that's something I see rarely come up. And it has to make sense by both the customer and by you. So the math behind this case study shows that for customers, they get some value. Every customer wants to feel like they're getting a discount for better service by being a subscription with you. And the good news, when you put together a plan, this is just an example based on Mike's, you'd want to do your own, because demographically or geographically, your prices change. And we know at the current market change based on parts. So the left-hand side is that for customers, they feel like they're getting a discount, some perception of it. And then your side is a breakdown, just showing that you can offer that plan and still break even or better. This break even and better is a very important note. Is subscriptions aren't intended, they tend to be a revenue stabilizer, but they're not the revenue generator. You will get that by having offering customer convenience to come to you for the subscription service, and when it's in the shop, taking care of their vehicles, and then you'll see that upside. Right, so at the bottom right-hand side of the slide, you can see with only a limited number of subscription, they're at least getting 50,000 additional revenue by having a plan beyond what they're getting from the baseline subscription revenue. This is an important note because when we get in, we separate, we tend to think, oh, subscription's great, I'll get my reoccurring revenue. And then all of a sudden it feels like, man, I can do even better. But we should just pause and go, okay, there's reoccurring, make it stable, make the numbers work. And then focus on convenience. So those customers are getting to your shop and fulfilling those subscription. And then the vehicle is in the shop and you can do the upsell. That's some important learnings out of Wheel. The second one, if you'd like to scan the QR code with your phone, you can follow along. It's a company called Dash. The reason I brought up Dash, and this is a screenshot of their website, is they did a phenomenal job of making it very clear what's offered with the customer signing up and to sign up. Right, so you can see they have gas or diesel plans, what's included in it. Right, and then on the left-hand side, a little more side about the maintenance plan is oil, air filter, and tire oil changes. So it's so clear what they offer to customers. The final part about Dash, if you haven't considered it for your subscriptions, there's a reason why they stuck with oil changes and then include brake repairs. They're on site, they come to you. Greg Buckley is one of our customers, and actually I'll show next is an Amazon fulfillment warehouse just went up the street and access to thousands of employees of cars every week, right? On sites up the street. So it makes sense to offer a subscriptions plan to employees of a subscription company, and they understand it. Okay, so two things we learned from Dash is making it simple as everything. If you understand it, you need to sign up for some reoccurring. Second is they do on site is a great benefit. So if we pull together what we learned, and I put it in the context of Greg Buckley's site, is if you look on the web page here that's presented to you, is it's simple to understand its subscriptions, what's included in it, a 3-tier plan that the customer has some choice between them. And anyone who works with us is we offer default terms and conditions, which are critical, and they're laid out so they don't expect anything unusual. They can get the terms stated. And the final part is, I know Phil Jackson very well. He's a Pitco co-op now, Pit Crew Marketing. What they talk about is a concept called total customer care because they're in loyalty. And what's important when you convey subscriptions is having that customer understand they can get to you easily and they'll be taken care of easily. They don't have to worry about it. They trust that you can take care of it. My total customer care, right? You can call them, you have coffee in your break room, you have the car clean when you give it to them, whatever you'd like to include in there. So it keeps that customer loyal and coming back to you. And that's the overlap for subscriptions and loyalty. What I'd advocate is one of your bullet points is shown on the slide is that you do include something that talks about the care that they'll be provided. So now we work together and presenting the audience just the findings we learned by going and studying different sites, that's just few of many, and types of plans. And when we got to the conclusion of this part is a simple to read 3-tiered plan with clear benefit, easy selection by your customer, and then making them feel like they're valued by you when you come back, right? It's more than that subscription, it's fulfilling their needs. So as we talk about the plans, now we're going to move into how you offer to your customers. For those who have heard me talk previously and just engage with me, I'm very emphatic about customer effort. And here's the truth of subscriptions is when the customer's currently in your shop, you need to make it easy for them to drop off their vehicle and pick up their vehicle. For those customers to believe that signing up a subscription plan can be easily fulfilled. If it is a hassle to schedule, to get to you, to pick up your car, beyond the service, if it's a hassle to get to you and they consume effort, they're going to be looking for other places. Harvard Business Review just did a phenomenal study, CSAT in the lower right, is review scores, which are a much higher predictor of customers with your shop. Is did you make it easy? 5-to-1 indicator if you made it easy to get to your shop and get their vehicle. So we did, just like subscriptions, as we went out, and Matthew, thank you, as we went and surveyed customers. What's interesting is 90% of customers pick up their vehicle during business hours. But when surveyed, 80% of them wanted outside of business hours for drop off and pickup. We talk time again with shops. They have a drop off box or the key slot in the door. And the customer needs after hours, you leave keys under the mat. What customers are saying to it, we need a coherent process to drop off and pick up the vehicles with you beyond the service. And we just talked about it's going to drive, when you talk about that convenience, they're trusting your shop to be able to offer subscription. We believe this so much in this customer process and drop pickup that at the Superconference, we gave away a Keymaster's Dropbox. It's $800, right? Just hardened steel, you bolt into a wall. I went to a customer, someone tried to pry it off, said dent in it, never touched it, right? Not a customer, right? Someone after hours trying to pry it off. It's an amazing box, but you look at drop off and pickup perception, security and convenience, right? We had believed in it so much. Again, we had offers a raffle giveaway. Thank you for Revolution Motorworks for winning it and installing it at their shop. But going back to your customer effort is building trust with your customers that if you make it easy, they will go ahead and sign up for subscriptions. And that's an important concept for everyone to think about. I was recently on a panel in December about customer life cycle. What was interesting to me is there's 29 steps in that customer life cycle. Scheduling, to reminder, to service updates, to digital estimates, to digital vehicle inspection, to pickup, to cleaning the vehicle, the newsletters, and goes on and on and on. There's so many things. And I stood there and I said, that's 29 steps for a customer that just has a check engine light. And that's reality. Customers view you differently. As they just know there's a check engine light. They trust you that you're going to service it and can you get it there. The reason I bring that up is we've talked about customer effort when they're in your shop. Make it easy to work with their service advisors and retrieve their vehicle. But when we get to subscriptions, you now need to know, you need to let your customers know you're billing them every month. And the best thing you can do is turn that statement, hey, I just charged you $24.99 into thank you for being with our shop. We just charge your subscription $24.99. And if you would like to come in, just reply to this text. You've now reached your customers on a monthly basis with a text that all they have to do is reply to it and come to your shop, right? It can be a link out to a scheduler. But the important point is when that check engine light comes on, you just sent a text, make it as easy as possible on your customer. And subscriptions give you a simple monthly interaction that customers willingly appreciate they signed up rather than additional content and marketing materials, right? Subscriptions, again, touch on a baseline that customers love. And if you can drip it and offer those subscriptions to the customers on a monthly basis, you will see them coming up for regular fulfillment of it, getting their oil changes. But when they need something done, you're top of mind, it's already there. They don't need to go look. They just had a good experience with your shop. So when you go through, there's tiered plans you offer to the customers. But then you make sure on a monthly basis, something to think about is you're letting them know the fulfillment to get them back in. And that makes it closed loop and you make it easy to schedule. What you certainly want to do, and our customers with us know you take our links and you put them inside of your text that are in AutoFlow, AutoVital, Bolt-on, and so forth. Put the text inside of there for your subscriptions as well. Make it a seamless user experience. As I alluded to, Matthew's on a call, and great setup experience and working customers that we can truly make it seamless. So it looks like something that they've invested in to make it convenient to come to you. Right, so subscriptions follows a process. And again, we cover tier plans. And then we cover the way you make it easy for customers to come in that they trust you to fulfill the subscription. On a monthly basis, you're outreaching. The final thing we talked about in this Diamond Roundtable presentation, which phenomenally went through, is Now you have all of that. You need to present it to the customer, and it's called subscription management, right? This is something that Facepay is built in. Many of our customers start with a grow plan, and then they upgrade, add subscriptions on top of that. What does it mean? And I'm going to cover for Facepay, but there's other products out there, right, that you'd want to go look at. Ours happen to be auto-specific and integrated into our platform that works with all of your existing tools. And what we cover in that becomes so critical. First of all, is you can see on the left-hand side is in the longer screen is you came up with tiered plans. You need to offer to your customers. I was just talking yesterday with Honest Accurate Auto, and what they appreciate is in the payment flow, when the payment's done, it invites them to sign up for a subscription plan, right? So you just had a customer come in, you're making it easy with express checkout, and now you sign up for a subscription. It's a perfect offering point. So the first point is you put together a plan. You're going to incorporate it in your website, and we furnish you template, but at some point you need to present it to customers. So one is will be at the counter, but the other is part of their pay flow. You can go in and offer them sign up. And this would be part of the Facepay flow, or you could have it inside of your DVI, your workflow. The second thing is when customers sign up, you need to manage all of the signups, right? What plan, when are the renewal dates, and who they are, right? And what vehicle it's signed to. We have a subscription manager, and here you can see 3 customers listed on it. They would all be there and searchable in their sign-up plans, right? For those new to Facepay, this is the Facepay dashboard that's on the screen. And normally they would live on our homepage or text to pay, and this is a subscription tab that's turned on when you sign up for scale or a subscription plan. Before I leave this, an important finding we learned, and we spent a lot of time in session talking about, is service advisors, right? You do understand that we all do, or not necessarily, but appreciates a better word. They spend a lot of time doing estimates, right? They love solving problems for customers. They spend a lot of time doing estimates and finding parts. Now we're going to bring something new called subscriptions, yet another task for them. The interesting thing part about subscriptions, the way it in here, if you do it right and tie it to express checkout, the service advisors actually save time on Fridays when they need it the most, because they put together and they already accepted payment, have the repair order all printed out, it's already paid, and the vehicle ready to go by the time the customer gets there. So service advisor learn with Facepay Express that they save time. And then on top of that, because we're direct bank payments, we're able to offer in the lower right an incentive called service advisor share. What it is you take your savings versus paying processing fees, and then you allocate a portion of that. So let's say you're paying 1.8% of your revenue. Everything processed through Facepay is you can allocate, let's say 25 or 50% to your service advisors. And we'll keep track of that in order to pay your advisors out for an incentive. So if you would, payments themselves, service advisor share is available to all customers that grow plans. So anyway, it's a current customer, it's available. What's interesting is you upgrade to subscription. It's a reoccurring incentive for your service advisors to have customers sign up. So it gives you an engagement level with your service advisors, right? We know, we appreciate everything they do. And rather than bring additional tasks, you bring things they enjoy doing, right? And they get to save time. So we did a group session about introducing incentivizing service advisors. So we pause. What I'd like to do in this webinar is everybody just take a minute of not just thinking about subscription, but how you present it to your service team. So they're welcoming of subscriptions as something they want to offer to make for a better customer experience, rather than something that's a task that looks like pure upsell. They have a lot of work, right? And what you'd like to do is make sure they understand better customer experience. That actually saves them time. Yeah. So that's what we learned about service advisor. It's an important part of the equation. So by now we talked to three things. Subscriptions are for convenience. We looked at tiered plans. And then we looked at incentivizing service advisors, but also building customer trust by making it easy to get their vehicles. And I'll always keep referring back to that, because you made it easy, and then the customers trust you that if they buy the subscription, you'll make it easy to get that vehicle back in and service, right? You made it a hassle, they're less likely to sign up for a subscription. So customer effort is everything. Thank you. Let me share that, and I have a little bit more. Where if you'd like to scan, is what we provided to everyone is templates, and I can go ahead and share it. So if you'd like to scan that, then I'm going to just share with everybody. Give me a minute. Is if you scan that, or you're welcome to email me later, mark@facepay.io, or Matthew's in touch with many of you. Is we went and shared, first of all, to make subscriptions. Remember I said texts go inside of your management system? We actually offer those texts. So let me show you, it looks like inside of tech metrics, right? As we went and studied the customer, work with them, obtained from some of them, thank you, standard text messages for the vehicles, where you can take and put them inside of your management system. And it's that easy. In this case, if I quick type a name, Mark, you can see that we have the subscription template all ready to go for you that you would drop in. But a new subscription plan, that would be the template down here in the lower left, right? So if you would, we have the ability to put inside of your tools, AutoFlow, Tech Metrics, Auto Vitals, Pit Crew Marketing, all of them, the standard text that makes subscriptions work, and we give that to you. The next thing is we provided the HTML that you can put in your website that gives you the tiered plans, and you can go ahead and download that HTML. Now, when you work with us, there's certain configuration that outlines that plan, right? The technical side, and we furnish that as well. So at the Superconference, we gave away everything you need to be able to fulfill subscriptions available to you, right? In a simple way. Integrate the tools you have through text or email, the sample plans, and then the configuration. I remember being on stage, I just get so excited, and I just want to share with you all the end result of the presentation. We went through subscriptions, and we had a number of customers there. And I'm just touched what I went through, and I'll just share with you is the number of customers that had let us know, and Wayside Garage said most emphatically, is they're saving money with Facepay, and they're reinvesting that money back into employees, right? And when you take the saving, invest in healthcare, that's meaningful to your employees. So that's where you finish this session, and I just want to share and thank you for the opportunity, just how rewarding it was for them, right? And they appreciate all of our customers. Look forward to more. Thank you for listening today. Just to let me cover is in the roundtable. Just an exercise to get what we had known and learned out to members, and then everything we get from the coaches. So you can look for periodic updates on subscription. I hope you gained, quite simple understanding of what it is. And what you need to do is we'll help you organize the tiered plan. Everything's available on the takeaway site for you. The tiered plan how you offer to customers, please focus on making it easy. And the third is make sure you include the service advisors at the start rather than another upsell task, right? If you follow this process, it actually saves them valuable time, particularly on Fridays. But something that their customers they're working with appreciate, keeps them coming back. And that's the fulfillment they have in their job. So it's really phenomenal. So thank you for everybody for attending today's webinar. Hope you learned something from that. I'm definitely happy to share it with you. I'm reachable at mark@facepay.io. All our existing customers know Matthew. You can reach out and feel free to contact us if you have any questions. And just good luck as owners and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for attending the webinar. Appreciate it.